Okay, good. So we'll be looking at problems on what we talked about in our previous class, refractive index. So let's look at this problem. It's a ray of light. This is 2004 JAM, 2004 number 35. A ray of light makes an angle JAM 2004 number 35. Number 35. So it's a ray of light makes an angle of 35 with a plane mirror. So this is that plane mirror. A ray of light makes an angle of 35 with the plane mirror. Drawing, I keep saying, is very important in physics. So this ray of light is incident and it makes an angle of 35 with a plane mirror. So this is that angle where two lines meet. Now they are asking me, what is the angle of reflection? Remember that we said that I is equal to what? R, according to law of reflection. But this 35 is not my angle of what? Incident. This is my glancing angle. So I need my normal. My normal. So if this is normal, if this is 35, automatically this is 55. And this is, if this is 55, that means that my incident angle is 55. Therefore, the angle of reflection is equal to 55. I'm done. We go to the next question, question number 39. The refractive index, that same 2004, JAM 2004. Question 39. We can see here the refractive index of the medium M in the diagram below is what? This is the diagram we are given. We have our normal. Then we have an ray of light that is incident, and we are given that this is 30. And then we have the angle given to us here as 60. And then we are given this medium. Now we are asked to look for the refractive index of this problem. What do I know? N is equal to sine I all over sine what? R. And what is my sine I? 30 is not my sine I. My sine I is 60 because this is the normal and the incident. So this is what? Sine 60 all over. What is my refracted angle? This is here and here. So this is 30. So this is sine 30. We keep talking. We can always look at the answer to know what we should do. Time is so important in JAM, even in every examination. So with this, what is sine 60? Sine 60 is root 3 over 2 divided by sine 30, which is what? Half. So we have root 3 times 2 all over 2. My answer is root 3. I'm done. The next question, that same JAM 2004 number 40. We can see here, calculate the angle of minimum deviation for a ray of light which is refracted through an equiangular prism of refractive index 1.5. So I go N is equal to sine half of dm plus A all over sine half of A. And I'm given the, usually A is always equal to 60 equiangular, meaning that all the angles in that triangle is equal. Sum of angles in a triangle is 180, and we have three angles from the word triangle. So 180 divided by 3 will give us 60. That's how the refracting angle is 60. We have that the refractive index is equal to 1.4, and we are asked to look for minimum deviation. So we need to make the dm the subject of formula. Now let's go ahead to solve. So if I have 1.4 is equal to sine half bracket d of m plus 60 all over sine half of A, which is sine 30. So go ahead to do this. Will be 1.4 times half, which will give me sine A all over dm plus 60, because sine 30 is half, going over there to multiply. So we have 0.7 is equal to sine. So I look for the sine inverse. So I'll be saying sine inverse of 0.7 is equal to is equal to half d of m plus 60 all over 2. What is sine inverse of 0.7? Sine inverse of 0.7. Sine inverse of 0.7. Why do I know how to use this? Sine inverse of 0.7 will give me 44.42. That's what I have, is equal to d of m plus 60 all over 2. Multiplied by 2, I have 88.85. 85 is equal to dm plus 60. Make dm the subject of formula. It becomes this minus 60. So we have 28.85, but to the nearest whole number, you can see that answer becomes 29 degrees. That's how we solve. Very simple. Bye. Don't like to do recap.